Thank you. Anyone else? And I do want to say I forgot to click record on this meeting. We are going to record this pre-bid and we're going to repost it as well. Okay, if no other vendors are introducing themselves, feel free again to put your name and company in the chat. All right, again, today is a pre-bid for 185997, the affordable housing portal. Just an overview. Again, this call is being recorded. Um, we do encourage all bidders to ask questions during this time. We'll do our best to answer them today. But we do ask that it's a better process for you to submit your questions to Oracle directly in the messaging portal. I know some vendors have already, and we'll get those questions and I'll send them out to the department and get them answered, and then we'll post them back to that Oracle uh, function for you guys to review. Um, Again, we do ask that you submit those questions in a timely fashion. There is a question deadline for that submission. Uh, Here on the screen, you'll see the advertised date is August 14th. We do have a question due date of September 8th by 1 p.m. And the proposal is due September 16th by 1 p.m. So again, we do ask that you submit those questions in a timely fashion. That way we can get an answer back to you all. All right, right now I'd like to hand it over to the department for an overview of the RFP.
Thanks so much. So again, my name is Chelsea Neblett. I work in the City of Detroit Housing and Revitalization Department. So just want to talk a little bit about the background of our affordable housing portal, Detroit Home Connect, which was launched in 2022. So HRD did significant engagement with resident focus groups in preparation to build and launch the Home Connect, the affordable housing portal. Some things that we heard very regularly from residents was really needing a trusted source to be able to find and apply to regulated and affordable housing. We know there's a lot of different websites out there, and unfortunately, that means that there's a lot of potentially scams or other disingenuous information. And so residents see, right, the City of Detroit and the Housing and Revitalization Department investing into affordable housing, as well as all of our ribbon cuttings, and really wanting to be able to access those resources and having a streamlined place to apply for those. So significant care went into resident feedback and resident input into our Home Connect build process. So again, Home Connect was launched in 2022, and then just in terms of some stats, from July of 2023 until July of 2025, there have been 102,000 unique users and 147,000 engagements. So we're at about 4,100 unique users per month and about 6,000 engagements per month. We have a team in HRD that works with developers, property managers, landlords to get the profiles up, make sure they're up to date and active, with a big focus on working with our internal teams when we have developments that are coming online in terms of regulated affordable housing. So you can find all of this in the scope, but just want to lift up a couple of things that is in the statement of work. So one is we are looking for respondents to host and potentially provide maintenance support for the current affordable housing website portal, or provide a similar web-based portal that continues at minimum the existing functionality. So really ensuring that we're connecting residents to information about housing resources and application opportunities. So we have a few goals that have been outlined in the scope of work. One is that we want to make sure that the portal includes resident or public facing information, and then a private component that is only accessible to the affordable housing property managers, owners, and developers. So that front end and back end functionality is really critical. Of course, we need it to be optimized for desktop, phone and tablet access. A couple of other points that I just want to lift up in terms of priorities is really the functionality of the search functionality. So really ensuring that the platform provides residents a way to search for their specific housing needs. So whether that is based upon size, location, specific amenities, ADA accommodations, building policies, and things of that nature. And then also allowing portal users to be able to create accounts, like or save profiles, especially those that may be under construction and not yet available for application. So that way there's a notification when the property does come online. Um, uh, Functionality in terms of notification of those properties coming online, right? Either via text messaging or email, for those users that have registered accounts. So really looking to continue the existing functionality, and potentially look at additional functional features, such as universal applications, potentially doing lotto systems. So things that can enhance the user and resident experience that are searching for regulated affordable housing in the city of Detroit. All right, so I think I covered my items, and I don't know, Justin, if Dewitt's gonna go next, or if we're gonna open it up for questions.
So yeah, we can let do it. If there's anything specific that you want the vendors to know about the RFP, feel free to um, let them know now. But if not, we could go into questions. So Ecker.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything particular right now.
Okay, great. So if there's any vendor that wants to ask a question related to the RFP, technical, non-technical, for procurement, now's the time to shoot. And if we don't get to you today, again, or if you come up with questions later, just submit them to the Oracle portal and we'll get an answer for you.
I have a quick question.
What is your current?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to ask what your current application functionality is.
Yeah, I think as Chelsea mentioned, it's essentially there's two portals. One is a public-facing portal, and the other one is an admin side portal where property owners maintain their information or create new properties that will be available for residents to apply. Then the public-facing portal provides information on those properties, the status of the information on that, ways to search it, and information on how to apply and the application process. So right now, those kind of the main functionalities is provide information, ways to search those different properties, and information about how to contact information and how to apply through different methods, either on person or different portals,
So
external to the sites.
specific to submitting that application, do you have universal application right now, or is that something that you're looking for in the future?
I can take that one. We do not yet have a universal application or pre-application. And so that would be based upon the application process set forth by the developer, property owner, or property manager.
Awesome. Thank you, Chelsea.
My question was similar, I guess, and I have to say that I'm not an IT person. We do have our IT director online, so he could probably ask this question more articulate than I can. But is there a conversion process to be able to convert the information that you currently have into the system that we would use?
Edgar, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, that would depend essentially on what approach you're mentioning. Again, as Chelsea mentioned, there's two things here. We're looking to have an application that provides all this functionality, whether it's maintaining the current status quo application and building up on that, or if you have a proposed new system that will do this, all the things that we require or mention. So if it's a new system and you're looking to transition, that will be up to, what's that system's requirements, and what type of, data, changes you need to do. So that will be depending on, if you're looking to the second option of migrating to a new one. that depends on the new system's criteria. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Is Detroit interested in positioning itself as a leader in ethical data governance and resident data rights? That way they could create a model for other cities struggling with housing affordability and digital equity.
Chelsea, you want to take that one?
Can you maybe elaborate on your question a little more?
So is Detroit interested in making it so this data that is going to be collected and gathered and used and given from its residents, right? All this information on themselves is personal data. And I saw that you wanted to use some type of innovative or AI approaches when it comes to handling this data. Are you all interested in like potentially taking whatever is built here and then licensing that software out to other cities to be able to use as a way like the city could generate revenue and the residents would in the future own their data and could potentially license their data themselves?
That would probably be a larger discussion with like the deputy CIO or CIO or something like that.
If you
We'll have
could,
to-
I think that was Michael. If you could submit that as a part of the portal, we can get a response to that.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
I had a question relative to the actual procurement or the actual RFP. In the required response items, I'm looking at page 13 of 18. It says attachment D, the forms, affidavits, documents. Those forms do not need to be returned with the bid package. And I guess I'm just trying to confirm. It does say award winner only, so we don't have to submit any of that stuff now.
Correct.
Okay.
If you do, that's fine.
Yep.
You're selected, then it speeds up the process. But
Right.
Yep. Correct.
Okay. I had a question about the data too. So are the property managers themselves, is the intent here for them to log in and post what properties they have available? Or will that data be coming from the city? Because I guess I'm trying to figure out is how to streamline the data process from available properties to the site, both, public and private. Can you give me a little background on how you anticipate that working?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's a combination of both right now. And so the HRD team, especially the team that does affordable housing development, will let the folks that are managing the Home Connect portal know when there are developments that are coming online. And so the internal HRD team would work with the property manager to gather all of the data and help set up kind of the initial profiles. In a perfect world, there would be a point of contact at each development company, each property manager, who would be responsible for updating the back end data on a regular basis. That's in a perfect world. So there are some, right, that do log in, make those updates and maintenance regularly. And then we also have an internal cadence to review to make sure that we are prompting through HRD for that property manager, developer, owner to update. So it's a combination.
Okay. Now, thank you for that. That's helpful. Now, for the application, I'm a member or resident. I found a property I'm interested in. I fill out an application. Where does that application go? Does that go to you at the city, or would that be routed directly to the property manager in charge of the property that I'm interested in buying or renting or whatever? How does that work?
Right now, currently it goes directly to the property manager who's managing the lease up or the ongoing leasing process. I think as stated in the proposal, we are exploring and interested in utilizing a pre-application where it would be more of a universal standard, but that is not currently in existence.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, thank you.
I see there's weight to if you're a Detroit resident or a Detroit based company, how does that work? Can somebody from an out of state contract through a Detroit based institution and get that same 35 point scale, or do they have to be actually based and can't like subcontract through a Detroit based business?
Yep. So the way that works, those certifications are generally given by the CREO department, Civil Rights and Inclusion Department. I believe you have to pay for those certifications to be Detroit based, Detroit headquarter based, and so forth. And then you're allotted those points. If you're out of state prime contractor, it's okay. You can still bid. And if you have a sub that holds those certifications, they still get those points. Does that answer?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yep.
And the information on how to apply to be a Detroit headquartered business, if you search the City of Detroit Civil Rights, Inclusion and Opportunity Department, it has information on that application process.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Is the point total 100?
Believe so. Is that on the scale? I do so many of these. Chelsea, is this out of 100? I don't have it right in front of me.
I'm looking. Give me 1 second. I think it's out of 75. The scoring. Give me 1 sec.
Well, it's either 65 or 100. If it's grant funded, usually
Well,
you
it's
don't-
60. It was 65.
Okay,
So
not-
half the points available would be for Detroit businesses? Or nearly half? That's a lot for just to have a headquarters in Detroit. Can I get like 15 because I come to Detroit often?
Yeah, that's you have to take that over city council.
Yeah, bad joke, sorry.
I hear it a lot though, so it's okay.
I can imagine so. I mean, typically it's like, you get a little bit of reward for it, 5 to 10 points. That's why I asked if the total was 100, because 35, that's a hefty number there.
Yeah, well, again, it's not required, and we're still basing our evaluation off of that criteria, not the, off the evaluation criteria, actually, not the point, not being certified or Detroit headquarter base or anything. No, those are in addition to. So.
And
Gotcha.
just,
Okay.
am I not mistaken in looking at the RFP that the phase 1, 2, and 3 criteria combined is 100? Phase 1, 65, and the 2 Detroit-based ones are 35 after. So I think it is 100.
We'll
no?
save this discussion for that's a deeper discussion.
Okay.
Yes.
We can clarify that in
Yes.
the response questions.
Yep, but you're evaluated out of the 65, that's for sure. So. Any other questions?
Is there any anticipated addendums that you know of today? Reason being, when I work on RFPs, I try to get them out the door as soon as possible. Sometimes it's weeks, maybe even a month prior to the deadline that I have to, end up resubmitting. So if you know of one today, maybe I'll hold off on submission, but if not, then maybe I'll just submit.
I don't forecast any addendums. Chelsea, do
Okay.
you guys? Okay.
Nope, not on our end.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we've had a long pause here. So Justin, do you want to close us out with any next steps or just a reminder of the Oracle process and timelines for submissions?
Yeah, we can. Again, this proposal does close September 16th. We do want you to submit any questions that you might have by September 8th, by 1 p.m. And then we'll get those answers back over to you. I believe the RFP has a date for questions submitted back to the vendor. I do not have that in front of me, but
September 10th.
September 10th. Okay. So hopefully we can have a quick turnaround on those answers. But the quicker you guys get us the questions, the sooner we can get you an answer, so we don't have to worry about that date. So we appreciate your time today. If there's no other questions, we can wrap it up and give everybody some time.